What's going on, my good people? It is April 20th, 2026, 7:15 Central Standard Time, 7:15 p.m. That is. We'll kick this thing off with the ES. Bunch of demand zones, new supply zone. The last one I had for this current contract was already violated last week. So no new supply am I going to define right now while we're in this all-time high type area. So we will chill on the supply zones. I'm going to wait on this demand zone to be retouched again. I like this one because it was made during New York session and during the opening ranges. The other ones were made a little higher after the supply zone. So, and it gapped past those already. So I'm not loving this New York session demand zone. So I'll stick with the last one before that. That one also broke this old supply zone or was a part of the breaking of it. It took a while to break, but again, prices winding up in this bull channel. It will have bigger moves before this current week. You see, it's pretty tight now, so it's winding up. So I want to see if it breaks to the downside outside of that channel. Upside, there's a lot of bias to the upside with some folks since the news is going back and forth. I think everybody's a little confused right now, hence the small movement today. So we'll see what happens. If we get back to this demand zone, I'll take it. This one as well. There is a huge concave area below this demand zone and this support and resistance line. If we can get past that, I will take a breakout to the short side. But for now, we wait till we get one of these areas of interest. NQ, similar story. NQ is a almost a little more range bound. I've got some equal lows. So Sunday the 19th going to today, the 20th in the morning. So if you go to the 19th here, Monday here, it's making higher lows. On ES, it's making equal lows. So I mean NQ is making almost equal lows. So I think NQ is a little weaker because it went a little lower. So, but I like the structure. It's a little cleaner. So if we get back to this 15-minute demand zone, which is this high volume shelf too, I may be willing to take that for a break to the upside. Not going to short it though. This area, I would be willing to take a brief short on. So, but there's a 5-minute opening range here. So maybe a 1-to-1 and then go to break even after you hit 1-to-1 and see what happens once we get to this 5-minute zone. Because this zone is important because it broke a 4-hour supply zone that held for quite a while. So this was a pretty strong area to break this former supply zone. Hence me putting some respect on its name. All right. Let's go Russell 2000. Russell, similar story. Big bull channel. Not winding up quite like ES is. So it's making higher highs actually. So the Russell looks a little stronger than the other indices. ES, lower highs. Russell, the highs aren't quite as low. I'm sorry, NASDAQ, they aren't as low. Russell, they're higher. So they're saying that the small cap stocks and small businesses are doing better right now in this economy for whatever reason, this analysts say, but Russell was a little stronger. Same thing, I'm holding this demand zone from last week. It's been hit once. We'll see if we can tap it again. If we do tap it again, I want to wait for a confirmation. So I want to see some volume come in through Bookmap or a footprint chart if you have it. If volume doesn't come in or I don't get a candle that closes outside, I'll be looking for the short. That'll be a great trade because there's a concave area over here. Fall through this volume shelf down to the next shelf. That's a nice play. So if that happens, I will be waiting on it and I'll be out before this next demand zone. So that's a pretty clean setup. Probably one of my favorite ones for the week. Let me set an alert for that. Set an alert for the approaching of the zone at the top. All right. YM, similar as you would expect with the indices. winding up. Well, moving up in a bull channel. What I like about this one the most, or more than the others, is that I have a clearly defined supply zone above. That is a prior month high in the 4 hour zone. So I see where I am. This is high, this is low. You want to buy low, sell high. I'm smack dab in the middle. I don't want to do anything until I get low enough to where I'm buying low again into all of this volume from the volume profile. I'd be interested in taking it higher from that point. Once we are lower, I'll be cautious, go for my 1 to 1, 2 to 1, break even, and see how high we can get. That's your indices. Gold. This is high, this is low. We are higher on the curve of demand and supply. We broke this old supply zone already. We haven't quite tapped this other one I had above. If we tap it and get some good volume in there, I'd be willing to take it short. Or if we get a counter that closes outside of it, same story, I'll take it short. I'm also willing to take the breakout on this one. So I've got an alert set to let me know when we get close and ready for the short, and another alert to let me know when we're closing above it or when we break out above it. I'll wait for it to close above, or you could take a break and retest and take it higher. So I will take the breakout on this one too. That's a pretty clean one. No buys right now for me on this gold. Yeah, I don't see a zone that I love yet. Copper, similar to gold, we're higher in the curve, so up a little higher. If we break this zone again, the supply zone, I will take it higher to the next supply zone. We've tapped it once, twice, almost three times. This demand hasn't been hit yet. Again, I didn't see another demand zone that I loved from New York session, so we will stay put where we are. I don't want a 9 o'clock zone. I'd rather have this lower zone if I was taking one. In fact, I'll drop this right here on the spot. I think I do like that one. Demand zone. Let's take the close of that candle. I'll take the low. Let's refine that. Let's go there. So 1 hour. Let's do a little volume profile on that thing. Let's go there to there. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Wild, wild west. Look at that. Point of control, value area low, value area high. So if we get back to this point of control, I may be willing to take that. Let's lock that. It's 4 hour. Nope, don't like the 1:30. I am good with the 1 hour. So we'll go with that. So new demand zone. That is a demand zone that was made during US Gold Pit Open or Metals Open. It's a 1 hour. It's a US, well, Metals Pit Open. And it is for the volume profile, we've got the POC, point of control, plus the value area low. So that's beautiful. Let's lock that. Cool. We're good. Let's set an alert. Alert. An alert on the other end. Because that area is so strong, I will definitely be willing to take the breakout on it. So if we go below, just like you heard me mention in the other instruments, I will be willing to take it lower because it's so strong in that area. So, all right. TradingView wants to clown me today. So I'll be willing to take it lower, maybe to this next zone. I have to assess it once we get there. So if price breaks below it, comes back to test it, you can wait for the retest, or some just take the closing candle outside of it and run it down to the downside. So it's up to you. But new fresh zone made for you live. That's copper. Let's flag you. Crude oil. course, all the news going on around about the Strait. Bear channel running down. Next demand zone I have is way down yonder, as they would say. We are at the top part of the channel. We were at a demand zone that was tested before, then broken, gapped above it. If we break back below this old demand zone, that's why I keep them grayed out for a while just for reference. So if we break below that again, they keep running down. We're already in a bear channel, so we could continue to go lower to the next demand zone. If we do not, and we break the 1700, that's the this week's open big drop right here. If we break this supply zone, let me mark that off. More rough. Let's go that. Let's make it a supply zone. If we break above that and we break above this channel, I could see us continuing higher. Some people take the break and retest. Maybe a good target will be this first area. It's about like a 1-to-1 or something. May pull back a little bit. May hit this next area or go for the highs of that or these old lows. I think that's an area of importance or significance. Let's go 95.50. Go to psychological number. 95 flat. Let's go 95 flat. Maybe that. We may pull back to this high and could possibly continue higher. Let's see what the volume profile is showing though. I'll take that high. I'll go to this low. Bing. Great area. Great area. A lot of stuff going on. Point of control. Like I said, if we break that value area low, we're not worried about it too much. Again, value area high. So after we get here, let's keep that mark. Take those lows, can hit this value area high. If we get past that value area high, there's a nice supply zone that was formed here. And a 1 hour zone I've got marked off already, so you could potentially get as high as that. So just have to wait and see what the market wants to give you. So I'm going to make this a 1 hour zone. And it's actually a demand zone. Demand zone. It is a 1 hour. It has the volume profile. I'm going to say that's my main thing. Volume profile, POC, point of control, and value area high. So that's good. I've also, I'm sure there's some type of opening range or something there. So let's see. That is on the 1 hour, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the metals or the energy pit open. So, yeah, that's okay. We saw a big drop though. Volume tells the story. All right, so that's what we see for crude oil. And that, my good people, is, let's see, yen. I got that too. We wicked above this and grabbed liquidity out of that supply zone. We're right in the middle. So I'm waiting for the extremes. No breakout on this one. We're too close to this other demand zone. Um, no breakout on this one. Too close to the other supply zone. This supply zone was already tapped once. I would wait for a confirmation, maybe a zone to form inside of this or some high volume. I'd probably scalp this. Yeah, maybe wait for some nice volume inside of this zone and take a 10 pip take profit. Well, this is tick, so a couple points and get out. This supply zone is fresh though, so this one holds a little more weight. So I'd be willing to take this upper one, like a regular 1-to-1, 2-to-1. But this one's been tapped already once. I used to mark these off, but it was a lot to clean these up. So you can kind of see that they've been tapped yourself. So self-serve. This has been hit a few times. First time, second time, third time, it pierced through. So that's the yen. We won't go through Euro USD. I didn't update that one yet. The 6B didn't quite get to update this one yet, but you can see it broke the old supply zone. We came back and tapped it. So supply can turn demand. So that's where we are this week, my good people. I will drop the layout into the school community. I will also go in and drop the playlist or watch list in there as well. So you will be able to go in there and check it out at your leisure. Have a great rest of your trading week.